Good morning. It's 97.3 KBCO on Tuesday. My name is Bret Saunders, and I thought we would play back a recent conversation with Nathaniel Rateliff, since he has two shows at Boettcher Concert Hall with the Colorado Symphony Friday and Saturday. You do not want to miss these shows. It's really something extraordinary when Nathaniel teams up with the symphony. Anyway, here's Nathaniel Rateliff from last year.
I'm feeling great. Yeah.
Nathaniel, I have seen your show in just about every venue. I saw you over the holidays. I never missed your shows at Red Rocks. There seems to be a really special component to the Red Rocks concerts where the audience gets a lot, but correct me if I'm wrong, you and the band must get a lot from that audience, from that vibe as well.
Red Rocks for us is, one, it's amazing that it's in our backyard and that's our hometown show that we get to look forward to every summer. But it's also, a venue that people travel all around the world to come see shows. And in my opinion, and a lot of other musicians' opinion, it's their favorite venue to play anywhere. So, to feel blessed, one, to be able to do it every year and that people keep coming back. And then also just that we get to play at such a beautiful place. So, yeah.
There's no question that people keep coming back. Every time I see your band, I leave the show thinking this has evolved into one of the best touring bands in the world. And what you have going on stage with the cameras, there's a very cinematic aspect to the production too. And it's just a great package. And you must have a lot of pride in how much love goes into every stage production.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and we've been, really fortunate to create and build great relationships with people who are really talented as well, and that they're there to support our visions and just put a lot of work in to the visual aspect of the show. And I think it's grown for us over the years. That wasn't something I used to take into consideration as much. It was always about the songs. But as the band grows and the venues grow, it's like, how do we retain the intimate feel of the band while creating a show that looks, that is worthy of playing in the size rooms we're in. So
I understand that you had a little bit of anxiety leading up to the writing and recording of these songs.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really about writing or recording. It was just, I had been experiencing, I've always struggled with anxiety and depression, but I was experiencing an unusual amount of that in what year is it now? In 2022, it was just a really difficult year, and I felt I was having a lot of existential crisis, while I was performing and on stage, and all these things kind of carrying over into my personal life as well, and just affecting every aspect of my life. It was hard to navigate anything without seeing the imperfections or without having a strong sense of negativity overlapping everything. And then when I went to write, it started to show up in that, if I wasn't performing perfectly, I was getting really upset with myself. And I felt like that was a hindrance on the work I was trying to do. Yeah.
How did you deal with that anxiety?
I stepped away from drinking for an extended period of time, and then just examine myself, talk therapy is helpful as well. And then just kind of changing my lifestyle and trying to trying to observe things differently, and just movement is good for me to get me out of my head. So any kind of cardio or anything like that. So any kind of exercise or movement was really helpful. So I kind of started to make that a big priority every day as well.
This whole album is really something really warm, and I think a lot of people are going to hear your music, they're going to listen to the lyrics of this new album, and they're going to feel a sense of empathy, because that's what I carried away from my listening to the record. You've shared a good deal of where you are in the world and where you've been, and I really think, Nathaniel, people are going to relate to it.
I mean, that's always the hope, as a writer. It's kind of all I ever wanted. It's not so much necessarily about my story that I want people to hear, but when I listen to music, I relate to the lyrics. You see yourself in the songs.
Right.
And so I hope that, that's what people take away, kind of in general, not even with this record, but, and in hopes that there's some bit of self-discovery or something that happens in everyone's personal journey in their life to like continue to move forward.
That's Nathaniel Rateliff, one of my favorite people. And you can see Nathaniel with the Colorado Symphony Orchestra on Friday and Saturday with Boettcher Concert Hall. You can find out more. Go to kbco.com.